At the moment, it feels like gambling, but the charts are still pretty clear. In today's analysis, I will take a look at Tesla looking at a higher time frame, showing how you can capitalize on the next potential trading opportunity. If we take a look right here at the monthly chart of Tesla and we determine the overall trend, first of all, you can clearly see that starting back in 2020, actually, Tesla entered into a quite long-term consolidation. I mean, at the moment, Tesla is trading at the exact same level as it was back in the end of 2020, meaning that for approximately 4.5 years, we have overall just been seeing sideways price action. This has not been unexpected, however, because also starting back in 2020, if we now look at market structure, you can see that Tesla actually created this consolidation descending triangle formation. First of all, we had this lower green support trend line, and always when Tesla retested the support, we saw a beautiful rejection away towards the upside, and on the other side, we also had this upper red resistance trend line. Just a couple of months ago, Tesla then perfectly broke out of this resistance trend line in mid-2024. Back then, I published a bunch of analysis explaining all the reasons for which I do expect at least a retest of the previous all-time high, which then ultimately led to a rally of approximately 100%. And again, just a couple of months ago in the end of 2024, when Tesla was retesting the previous all-time high exactly at this psychological $400 level, I published a bunch of analysis explaining all the reasons for which I do expect a short-term rejection away towards the downside. Now, over the past couple of months, we saw a quite harsh correction of approximately minus 55% on Tesla, but market structure is still pretty clear. Now, first of all, what we have is a major horizontal structure exactly at this psychological $260 level. Let me zoom in a little bit. As you can see, back in the beginning of 2021, this actually already acted as resistance. And then basically always when Tesla hit this level, we saw some kind of rejection. So far, we're seeing some beautiful bullish rejection weeks towards the downside. So just looking at this horizontal structure, there is a quite high chance that this will actually simply turn into a bullish break and retest, perfectly playing out. Now, what you can also see is that we do have this lower support trend line coming in, just connecting those previous significant lows, and together with the all-time high horizontal resistance, you can see that Tesla is now actually creating a so-called ascending triangle continuation pattern. Since Tesla actually entered bullish into this new triangle formation, there is actually a higher chance that we will see a bullish breakout, which means that we will see at least new all-time highs, potentially even a second parabolic rally after the breakout. As you can see, everything still looks quite bullish on Tesla. Just make sure that you do not get caught up in any of the daily short-term volatility which we are experiencing at the moment. I mean, today alone Tesla is up 22%. We still have to wait for bullish confirmation, and then it's quite promising that we will see at least a retest of the previous all-time highs on Tesla and maybe even a new all-time high breakout. If you enjoyed today's analysis, I really appreciate if you smash that like button below. Certainly, I will keep you updated regarding everything which is going on Tesla with potential new all-time highs. I will see you tomorrow with a fresh analysis. In the end, please just make sure with the volatility you still manage to keep your long-term vision.